The kind of life I was living was just kind of the criminalistic lifestyle. It had a lot to do with drugs. I was loaded most of the time and just doing crimes that had to do with drugs.
Somebody called my DOC officer and told her I'd been drinking, and when she came over to my house to arrest me, it took 4 DOC officers and 5 police officers to arrest me.
Well, growing up, I felt like I wasn't good enough. I felt like I couldn't work a job. I felt like that I just wasn't as capable as most people. Well, I went to prison for selling drugs, and I was sold drugs and used drugs for about 15 years.
Doing a lot of drugs and selling guns and just living the street life.
The stories of the women who are confined at the Washington Correction Center for Women are unique for each one, but then again, they're not. Mostly stories of bad decisions and then being caught up in the social justice system. To enter prison as an inmate is to lose control over your life, a wrenching experience for most. For many who come into the facility, it's not the first time. Upwards of half the women have reoffended, but first, second, or third time, you realize someone else is in charge of your life, and that causes a variety of reactions.
Hopeless, like, what am I gonna do, you know, like, you don't have many options, and the first time I was in prison, I really didn't care for any options. I just wanted to get out and get back to what I was missing.
And your body itself doesn't want to accept it, and your mind doesn't want to accept it. So you kind of detach yourself from your own body. Like physically, I wasn't myself, and mentally, I didn't know how to handle it.
I was heartbroken, like legitimately dying of a broken heart is a real thing. I actually had to have an x-ray because my chest hurt so bad. And I just realized it was my heart breaking with everything that I've gone through, and then being back in receiving in prison.
Honestly, I was content with it because I've been in and out of jails and just incarceration in general my whole life, basically. Done a lot of county time, a lot of jail time, and the amount of time I had to do in 30 a year and a day, I've done 14 months sitting in county before, 8 months, 10 months, 9 months, 12 months.
In receiving, after the intake, after the shower and the strip, and signing all the papers and getting all your clothes, like getting to my room and being in this room with a stranger who I didn't know what her crime had been. You know, I didn't know if I was safe. That was the moment for me that I realized, like, wow, like, this is real life, I'm in prison.
So it was really depressing, and just knowing that I let my family down, you know.
Having to step foot back into this place is humbling, and it's sad. It's a very sad feeling.
Well, I was honestly grateful, if I'm being honest, because I was really miserable in the life that I was living and that I was leading, and it felt like this is what needed to happen for something to change.
My world got really small, really fast. I was pregnant at the time, and so it was really hard.
I've had that moment so many times in my life because I've been doing this since 1994. And so it really wasn't an aha moment for me when I got here. It was, okay, I'm in jail again.
Almost half come back here because of a lack of education, life skills, or mainly the economic opportunity to live an independent life. The Trades-Related Apprenticeship Coaching Program, or TRAC, offers an alternative.
I just heard a lot of good things about it, and I felt like that I could do it and that it would be good for me to help me change my life, and it would put me in a direction where I could be successful. And that, you know, so I applied and I got accepted into it.
Looking at TRAC, like, I honestly didn't think I was gonna make it, but I knew that I was gonna put my all into it. I tried out for TRAC and I got in, and it blew me away. I honestly didn't think I was capable of it, but here I am.
TRAC has had the most impact on my life. It's just, I feel like I could step out of here and have a positive future right now, not 2 years from now, not 5 months from now, but right now. I feel like I have everything open to me.
It wasn't until I got accepted into this program that I went, aha, I need to do something different. It's my aha moment of wanting to change my life so I can be a productive member, so I can be in my kids' family, or my kids' life, my mom's life, my dad's life, so I can be proud of myself once again.
All my friends were doing track. I was like, man, like all these good stories about them being successful and them being able to work outside and how it was such a good workout for their body, and they were succeeding, and there's so many different trades that could fit just anybody. And I like physical work, so it was perfect for me. I did track and I love it. I want to be a carpenter.
I had a friend that was doing track, and it was really hard, and it was still like, oh no, I can't do it. But she got out, and we kept in touch, and she had encouraged me. She's like, you know, you should just do track. It'll be so good for you. You can totally do it. And she had belief in me, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna try out. And that's kind of where it came from, is just being encouraged by previous graduates of track. And now that gal is actually an iron worker in the local 86.
I was waiting for track because I love to build stuff, I love to work hard, and I love to be outside. The computer life just isn't for this girl. And it had wages that were great, and I know that with the charges I went in on, I wouldn't be able to work the normal person job.
When I started the program, I instantly fell in love with it. Steve was like a father figure. Like he helped us to all feel like a family, and like I just got that. I had that moment of this is it. Like, this is going to be what changes my life, and I have a purpose.
Well, I'll just say it straight out. Mostly they're a little bit dorky when they first get in here, but they all have, most have families and hopes and dreams and a desire to leave this place and not come back. So that's really what we start to build on right there.
And, I gained a lot of skills that I could use when I get out, as well as I like physical work, so it was a perfect match for me. And we did a lot of homework. We have to be here every day, all day. So it's very time consuming, but I liked consuming myself with track. And I think that is the highlight of my time here.
Meaningful skills in the union building trades, which leads not just to a good job, but a chance at a good life, reconnection with family, security, and economic stability. And for many, it's the first glimpse of something that's a real chance.
And what you see in this shop as you look around is really a purpose-built shop and a purpose-built program designed to specifically put people in the building trades and expose them to the people and organizations that are out there trying to further living wage jobs and union benefits and backgrounds.
The instructor, Steve, I don't know, he just was like a positive influence, and he was kind of like a father figure, you know?
TRAC is more than job training. It's also life training with coaching and building self-esteem, handling personal finances, work ethic, and confidence to be self-supporting. All goals for entering back into the real world.
There's financial literacy that we learn. There's soft skills, so we build a resume and a portfolio and to take out with us.
Each week we would get mock paychecks from Steve, from our track instructor, and he would have us like put a truck payment on there, rent, groceries, da-da-da, so we learned kind of how to like manage money, you know, this invisible money we had. We'd do thank you letters to people when they'd come in from the apprenticeships and stuff, from the unions, and come in and visit us.
Oh man, Steve. We still talk to Steve Peterman. He texted me. I thought I was gonna have to text him and tell him about my testing, but he texted me first and told me good luck and everything. Like, he remembers that stuff. Like, he remembers each individual. He keeps track of us.
But Stephen Peterman, and Catherine Shea and Deanna Rodkey, they changed my life. They gave me more support than I've ever had, and I'm 32 years old. They believed in me when everybody else had given up hope. It gave me the motivation and the strength and the courage to change my life.
Steve, first off, is the best instructor I've ever had in my life, and he's my mentor. He has taught me not only job skills, but life skills, and mentors me whenever I tried to quit several times. I went in his office crying. It was too hard, and he always believed in me and told me I could do it, and really supported me. And all the women in my class, they wouldn't let me give up, and they encouraged me. We encouraged each other. We had a great, we were like united, and that's so much more than I've ever had in my life. So it really pushed me to be the best version of myself that I could be.
It felt like real life. Steve Peterman actually treated us like human beings, not like we were inmates. And anything that we needed help with for our re-entry into society, he was there for us. There were so many different resources and people that we were able to meet and talk to help us once we got out here. I don't think I would be where I am today at all if I wouldn't have done that program.
It was like the women, the way we came together, because a lot of stuff, it's very physical work, and when we were having a hard time, we would all cheer each other on, and Steve was always right there to cheer us on, and it became like a family. And like, I know a lot of the women there all felt, you know what I mean? Like, we had that motivation, we had that inspiration, like we knew like things were going to change, and we just all came together.
The particular instructor at the time, he wants you to be well-rounded. Yes, you can learn how to use a tool, hammer some nails or carry rebar, but do you know how to budget your money that you're going to make when you go use those tools? Do you know how to have the right attitude to be an apprentice and to get through your apprenticeship? Do you know how to show up to work on time? There's all these, yes, the hard skills, but the soft skills that come along with it.
I've been a very broken person my entire life. I've never believed in myself to be able to complete anything. I've always started something and then I will never finish it. I'll quit before that finish line. With the ladies that were in this class, with Steve, who is the instructor, believed in me before I could believe in myself, which gave me the hope and the endurance to finish the program.
Our goal is for our individuals not to return to prison, and with the programming they receive from TRAC, evidence shows that they don't come back, that they do release, they get jobs, they're able to support their families, they're able to support themselves, they are giving back to their communities, they're tax-paying citizens, and a success all the way around. It's successful to themselves, to their families, and to our communities. Being productive, valuable members of our communities and society.
I'm sure you're aware of the numbers, but they speak for themselves. We have less than 5% for recidivism, and in the general population that can run in the high 30s to as high as 50. So it is a program that works. I think more importantly is why does it work, right? Why does it work? When our graduates leave, they have a very specific plan, an agenda, if you will, an enormous support program to help actually get them put to work. We do sell hope here, but it has to be hope funded by opportunity, real opportunity.
I try to teach life skills, independence, confidence, and the fact that people can go out and fill a need in society, in the construction industry. I'm a firm believer in apprenticeship, living wage jobs, and benefits and retirement for all of America's workers.
Yeah, there's a big unity there because it's pretty much, you're taught no one gets left behind, and what is your desired result, you know? And everybody has the same common goal. They want to get out and do something. They want to be able to succeed in life and not go back to the same things that they were doing prior, you know?
We got chosen for the build crew for the training unit out there for TRAC in Mission Creek. So we started out up from the ground up, and being a part of that just opened up my mind, my heart, my eyes to the greatness that I could apply myself to. And building that just made me proud, and I was like, man, I want this feeling all the time. I want to go out and build lives as well as myself.
Being around those people that see you try hard and that you can help push themselves, and it just makes you so much closer to people to know that we have the same morals and goals and values in life, and that we all want to do something with our lives, and we love working together. We love talking to each other, teaching each other, just being there for one another. It's amazing.
We could always just tell just by looking at one another, like, okay, like, she needs some inspiration, and we were always right there. There was always someone lifting somebody up to get them through whatever they were struggling with in the class.
We started out, we were so many different people, and it was pretty diverse, but our John Brown was amazing at bringing us together, and by the end, our TRAC program was 5 months long, so it was a little bit longer because we were the first graduating class from Mission Creek, and we became a family.
It brings us together to actually create a bonding with people that we wouldn't normally bond with. And it was really like a big team effort. We became family, really. And then I went on to be a TA, so I got to really help girls find that confidence and find that self-esteem that I had found in that program.
While goals of family, owning a home, being independent may seem lofty and out of reach for so many, not so with the graduates of TRAC. They are going into union jobs in the building trades. They will have livable pay and benefits and a career path. The benefits unions want for all workers.
Well, the possibilities are endless. I know no matter where I go that I will have a support system joining the union. I know that I have skills that are of value, and that no matter where I decide to go, I can join the union and earn a living wage and be successful.
I want to be a good example for my children. I want to show them that they can take care of themselves and that they can do anything they set their minds to, that they in themselves have the power to be happy and have their career and the life and the things that they want.
I plan on becoming a foreman. I'm going into the laborers union only because I feel like I'm a very versatile type person. So it has different elements of all the trades, and just something that I know that I'm good at. So, you know, it keeps it interesting and keeps it going for me, and just hoping to invest myself into just becoming a better person, get my own home, take care of my family and loved ones, my mother.
I want to join the elevators union. That's my number one pick. I mean, there's a bunch of trades out there, but that's the main one that I want to be a part of.
And went to my first union meeting, and that totally opened my eyes. Like, to feel a part of something that's important and trying to do something to help better the world, you know what I mean?
I want to complete my apprenticeship. I want to continue in my recovery. And those things take work. You know, I have a son, and, you know, I want to be able to provide for him better than I was provided for. You know, I want him to have a good future too.
This feeling of like overwhelming pride and just pride being a part of this family and being a part of this union is just a really fulfilling feeling, and just a great sense of pride.
It's not just one person on their own. You have a whole sisterhood and brotherhood backing you. And any issues there shouldn't be people treating you wrong. You have a lot of support through the union. And it's not just you, you're standing with the whole family of people.
I'm super pumped, yeah. I feel like that's the best. That's the best out of all of the trades is the ironworking.
They give us the tools we need and the education we need, and it's paid for, so we can continue on with this career changed my life, so I'm very grateful.
Well, I'm just really looking forward to having a change in careers. Anytime I would work in the past, it would be like bartending, waitressing, and all that just leads me back into my addiction. So I'm really grateful to be able to have a new career. Doing the TRAC program got me ready to work in the trades. And so I plan on doing carpentry when I get out, joining that union, whatever that looks like, and just continuing my recovery on the outside. So I plan on integrating both those things into my life.
The ironworkers are one of the original trades at the beginning of TRAC. The Northwest District Council remains a solid supporter of the program as we look forward to its expansion to other Washington prisons. Its success in stopping the revolving door and giving people a chance for a new life is benefiting everyone.
I want to own my own home, and I have a daughter who I want back in my life full-time, I also want to be there I want to be able to help others that are coming out of the same situation as myself, you know what I mean? That's real important because I'm also in recovery, that I know I can't keep it unless I give it away.
But just be well in place to be able to have financially and just emotionally and whatever, to be able to have like a family and start a family and be prepared for that.
In 5 years, maybe a family, I don't know. Right now, I just work a lot and keep one foot in front of the other, and the blessings seem to come down.
The Nova that you're gonna meet when I'm released is going to be a more patient and mature Nova. One who looks at her options and chooses the best possible option for herself. I see myself getting a job in the trades. I see myself managing my money a lot better. I see myself attaining goals and getting things that I want and maintaining them and keeping them for a longer time. I plan on staying really focused, just like I have been in here, working really hard to just stay on track, so hence TRAC.
Yeah, I plan on being independent. I don't want to depend on somebody else, and I know that it's usually your personal life that gets in the way. So, I'm just gonna worry about me and my kids for now and then go from there.
I am going to journey out, and I hope to be a welder by the time I'm done. I do have goals. I want to own my own house, have a nice car, have my own family, and a career that I love. I love doing ironwork.
The TRAC program has been a valuable resource to the Ironworkers organization. We've received several great applicants over the years and expect to get several more, and we hope to expand that into the men's prison program in the near future.
I found the belief inside me to know that I am a worthy person, that I can accomplish things on my own, and that I can be that woman that goes out there and completes stuff and finishes what she says she's going to do. That I'm not that shell anymore. I have feelings, I have emotions, and I know how to deal with them.
So pretty much for me, I've learned what self-reliance is all about. I've learned how to be okay with myself and know that I'm going to succeed and not give up on myself.
You come home, and even if you were able to change and become a person who makes better choices and just lives a positive life, you still have all these barriers, you know? Things are getting more expensive. People who come home and are denied a certain job or even to live in a certain apartment, you know, it just makes it that much harder for them to take care of themselves and live that positive life because they're just denied so many things. Even if they are different and they are worth giving that opportunity to, people just see that mark and that defines them. And so they don't get these other opportunities to prove that I am this new person and I have made these changes and I'm worth giving that chance to.
I know that I'm stronger now. You know, it's weird because it's weird to think that a program like TRAC can change your life, and like a little instructor like John Brown who talks, but it does, you know, it's nothing you can explain. I can't sell it, I just have to live it. And with TRAC, it really sets you up. It sets you up with a foundation, you know, like most people when they get out, they're starting from the bottom. I feel like I'm starting from the top, you know, because the help that I've gotten to get this job and have this opportunity is beyond anything I could have comprehended. It's amazing. It's amazing that somebody that just got out of prison could have that, you know.